நல்ல எண்ணத்துல தான் we did. But it's really created that good ideal of people helping each other out. And அந்த போட்டி பொறாமை அதுக்கெல்லாம் there is no time, or it can be extremely exhausting if you go into that route.
So you pursued your master's in prosthodontics at the University of Toronto, sir. So looking back at your journey, we think that you brought back a lot more than just clinical knowledge, sir. So what changed after Toronto, and how did it impact Savita back here, sir? And I think that shifted your journey from education to becoming an educator. So please share your journey about that, sir.
That's also a very good question. University of Toronto, I had completed my master's here when I applied there. And once I went there, I thought I'm going for additional training, primarily for research-based training. And I also went with the assumption that international education, clinical training may not be that strong. But that was not true. Like how U of T differs, or for that example, I think U of T is one of the best dental schools there. Like I've visited many schools after that, more prestigious ones, but U of T is, I didn't know about it when I joined, that it was so prestigious. And incidentally, that is a place where they invented composites and GIC. So most of those patents, 3M patents, are U of T's own patents. So that way it's very famous. And chloramphenicol is also invented in that place. So that's a legacy of the university. And there it is, they take in patients only by appointments, and every day 9 o'clock, 10:30, afternoon 1:30 and 3. 4 appointments you'll have. Each appointment is 1.5 hours. Very organized. Till 5 p.m. was the institution. So very organized. They don't take in patients randomly. No walk-ins are allowed. So exclusively you'll be only given FMR cases. So they would have already seen, selected and isolated and kept. So once you join the program, they'll give you like 20 FMR cases. And when you finish those 20 FMR cases and come out. Good wealth of knowledge. Because in India, how many places they do 20 FMR cases? So that was one of the things that changed my opinion. So the second thing I learned there was faculty were so helping there. And one of the common things was everybody comes, even I was teaching there for some time. Okay. We are given very specific things to do. Like there'll be a huge checklist, you'll have to go, you'll have to do ABCD. I was teaching preclinical prosto there. Okay. So you do that, and then you go. Then what happened to what you did, nobody knows. But there was one grand system running it all. And that is the second thing I imbibed. So comprehensive care, an organized systematic system where you can do high-end procedures in volume, even so that is the second thing. And so that is when I realized just treating large volume OPD does not translate to excellence in dentistry. You need to do high-end cases to do dentistry. So that was one transformation I thought. Comprehensive was obviously there. And I also felt that when faculty are busy and then they are in and out of clinics on and off, in rotation, they are much nicer to students. If you take a traditional department where there are 5 faculty sitting there, you will finish your case, you'll go and stand there with your gloves, and they won't get up and come. You can't blame them. They'll also be very deeply engaged in their discussion at that moment of time. And when they come also, they are always like, you're not good enough, you do this thing. But when you keep a comprehensive system, a student has a lot of leeway. So you don't have to, like today you're not in the mood to meet your endo faculty, you can talk to your prosto faculty. And if you're not in mood with this thing, you have a lot of leeway to play with whom you want to work with on that day. And that gives you freedom. And that freedom gives you a lot of peace of mind which you guys don't realize. Like if
Yes.
you be in a traditional system,
There's no
it
escape.
can be
1 month prostos, 1 month prostos.
yeah, and if that's not a good day for you and you screw up with one impression, it's not like you can go do something else. You have to continue doing more of the same, or a bad day becomes a worse day, and more scoldings, more unpleasant.
So we didn't know all this was so thought out, sir.
It was thought out. See, as much as we are aware of where all you guys cut corners, those corners were left for cutting. Because even today I was saying, today when we were thinking about the system and this thing, so we need to give that space. They need to think they outsmarted us. Only then they'll feel like they have something in their life that they have control over. Otherwise, you would feel helpless and you'll feel hopeless and you'll be frustrated. So that is it.
So we also know that you have done a business management course from Harvard. Was it business management or?
It was an education management program. That was a chance, the encounter only. Then I enrolled in the program. It was a 6-month program. So I stayed there. Actually, for the relatively short duration of the program. And yes, that Harvard aura and all is there. And one of the main reasons people who choose that is for the name, right?
Yes.
But there were some fundamental things that shaped the university a lot by going there. So the first thing, I think the main thing we changed after going through that program was Harvard had 9 deans for the dental school. So there was like a dean of dean and dean of this, dean of that.
So was this in the dental school or?
And it was in the dental school. And the second thing what was this thing was they had this habit of like weekend projects with deans, how they plan their programs, how they plan curriculum. Then we had with mid-level purchase, every aspect of education institution. And purchase and all was not of much interest to me, although it is part of what I do. I was more of always an academic this thing.
Sir, so you've been through all this journey in India, then gone abroad, Canada, then England. You imbibed what all you can and then implemented all this. And in 2022, we were the first dental college in India, the private dental college in India, who was ranked NRF rank number 1. And we didn't just stop there. We also got in 2023 and 2024. It's a hat trick. So we were very
we were all
proud.
a part of
We
that,
were all a
along
part
with you,
of it,
sir.
and we were UG's final years that time. We used to boast. We used to boast about this to other college students, our friends studying in other college. So for us, it was a very proud moment to be in the number 1 college. So for you personally, how was it? And what do you think were the values and the definitive decisions which brought this institution to this level to gain that win?
Great clinical exposure. We have one of the largest OPDs in the country. Then we have the maximum publications in the world, period. So we published close to 700 dental domain papers in the world. The top institutions like Harvard, Michigan, everybody does around 200. So that is the volume. Third is, okay, you do volume. So the next criticism would be, we do, like Harvard does more high quality papers. There also we proved maximum number of Q1 papers will be Savita. Maximum number of papers with the highest number of hard paper citations, Savita. Maximum number of papers with FWC index, Savita. So there are lots of metrics when it comes to research, which is being meticulously being followed. So every such metrics we are top. So and then even the infrastructure, I think that you guys was whenever. Currently, we are raking over 4.5 lakh square feet, making it one of the largest dental schools in the world. We are close to 600 dental chairs. That is also the largest in the country and in the world.
How do you keep calm through all this?
Personal goals, individually, when you're working towards something, you can get frustrated. But when you're part of an organization, you're working for something bigger than you. Above these frustrations don't affect you.
So do institutions shape people or the people shape the institution?
A little bit of both, because I would say initially the systems what we created shaped the students, and now the culture at Savita, from generally the feedback I'm getting, what I hear is that people are very helping to each other.
Yeah.
And that is shaping the institution in its own way. And I have a hypothesis for that, or it is also by design. So there's a saying that, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Or when life gets hard, people unite. Or when the temperature increases, alloys melt. So you can call it any one. But since you're very busy, everybody goes through that point of feeling that, it is so difficult, we need to take support from everyone else. And everybody else automatically lends a hand out.
Yeah.
The system is designed to be robust enough, and that has created this ideal. The ambition was good-heartedness, நல்ல எண்ணத்துல தான் we did. But it's really created that good ideal of people helping each other out. And the போட்டி பொறாமை அதுக்கெல்லாம் there is no time, or it can be extremely exhausting if you go into that route.
Very true.
So because the system is quite fast moving, so அதனால people have naturally evolved as a coping mechanism to unite, and that I'm very proud. So both ways, both the system shape the people and the people shape the system.
Sir, as your career evolved, did you ever find yourself reconsidering your original version? What experiences or insights helped shape the direction you ultimately pursued?
Actually, nothing.
Do you miss
felt
your
that you
Do you miss your
shouldn't have
older
done,
self, sir? Like
I don't feel I've changed much. I still enjoy teaching. I still am grounded to where I came from.
yes.
So,
But do you feel you're quite a bit more busier now than
I am incredibly busy. Busy, yes, but I'm adapting. I'm learning to adapt around it, and I'm also learning to, like, I am at the stage where I'm creating the platform for the next 10 years. So I'm hoping that time of free time will come in the next few months. So that's why, like, this last 1 year has been incredibly hard. But I don't think it'll be on and on like this, because I'm beginning to finish up on certain things, and taking the medical school was quite challenging.
Yes.
Things have settled there also. Now I'm able to look around and see what next. So
Sir, how does your family respond to this, sir?
Your son is here.
think
sir. Maybe your son should answer this.
definitely, see, I am incredibly fortunate to have children who understand that work ethic is important. So that way, he's also a workaholic, and my daughter also is ambitious. Both of them want
doesn't
to.
fall far from the tree, sir.
So that way, they're like, if dad is out there doing something that is for the good, or it is for the betterment, either for the family or for the outside, they are cooperative with it. There are times that they would wish that, we would go out more or something like that. But when it comes to that moment when we want to go out, somehow we all settle back to our routine work. So
Hopefully, after a few years, you will be able to spend more time and just go out
I don't
leisurely.
think I don't know, he can speak better, but I don't think I've been missing from their lives. Like, there is this analogy, or many people talk about work-life balance, and as though both are mutually exclusive. So you will never see your wife calling you when you're at work as a burden. Similarly, work calling you when you're at home is also not a burden. It's just that
But the bike has to agree with it.
it has to agree with it. Your work has to agree with it. But end of the day, when you stop seeing it as a barrier, like, I would say all of you would have slogged like crazy in your 12th standard.
Yeah, sir. Very, very bad, sir.
More than you, sir.
More in UG also. But you wouldn't say your life is miserable.
Yeah.
You do have moments of happiness. You would have moments of memories, joy. So just because you are busy doesn't mean you are not around. Like, the bond and the connection between two people is not by the quantity of the time, but rather than the quality of the time. So that way, I don't think like if he had gone astray or something, maybe I'll wonder. Maybe I should have stuck around. But then again, it's like you can't force it into a person, right? So relationships evolve. So how do I put it? Like you guys don't spend your time with your parents all the time, but you do love them and they do love you. So it's the same.
Everyone around you knows you are a strong leader, and sometimes being a leadership often means being disappointing someone in some way, sir. So how do you actually decide when to let go of a decision and when to be firm with that? So it might be a good advice to not just dentists but all the entrepreneurs out there, sir.
I never let go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an OCD thing, but I never let go. But then I can only ease the pain because the mission is there. It has to be done. Somehow we need to make it happen. So now the question is how to convince the person to play along. But usually if you're polite and you keep asking in a persuasive manner, people agree just to be nice to you. So my suggestion is, one thing I would say is I am losing a little bit of my patience from before. But then again, it may feel like, and I think everybody who is in top management may get impatient and will not have the time to play niceties or be polite and be polished and stuff like that. But even being polite and polished doesn't drain you that much. It may feel like that, but you can choose to be polite, polished, and request in a polite way. At the same time, you can keep insisting. It usually works. One other area where things work very well is having a very clear, transparent, and objective metrics for performance. So if you are generous, but generous with the condition that when you outperform or you excel, the generosity is rewarded exponentially. You don't need to push anybody.
And talking about the business, sir, dental schools often doesn't teach that. Dentists probably spend a lot of time learning the clinical skills, but they miss out on the business part or the. Is it really important to learn the business education as well as with the clinical part, sir?
Definitely, that's one of the main reasons we brought in the practice management program at Savita. And right from
And
to an
even with the
extent in the pedo curriculum, traditionally they do teach about location of the clinic, placing the clinic and stuff like that. Even that, if it is taught as theory, it will not connect with the people. You need to talk to them in their language. They need to understand that, okay, what is your goal? How do I help you attain it? A project like that would be more effective in making the student also understand the value of the education and the thing. Many times what happens is whatever subjects we try to additionally add also, it becomes a list of questions and answers or a checklist of stuff to study from the book. And business alone, I feel it should be more like, it would be nice if in the future where we can assume that 30, 40, 50% of the students do not feel the need for doing any other, directly want to start practice, and then they start discussing about where, what with the faculty. And the faculty are also very magnanimous to talk, do this is how you can earn more money and this thing, rather than ask them to recite what are the principles of clinic location or something like that. So,
coming to the present age, AI, robotics, and digital dentistry. So we have everything is different or everything is combined. So what is your thought on all these three?
Is there anything in this that worries you, sir? Taking over dentistry?
oh, no, certainly not, because the licensee to practice is always going to be there. So who will operate the AI? Who will operate the robot? So it will be a licensed practitioner. So that is never going to be an issue, and there's a strong lobby, so you don't need to worry about that. So annotation is some area we are looking at for AI-based work. That is one area.
So the AI discharge summary in the Vienna Health in medical college is very useful for us. No need to.
You are using it.
No need to type everything. Just with that speed automatically. Very whispered for us.
So for me also basically to start a software and all was completely because when I came to Savita in my 18 years old, I never thought I will be an entrepreneur at the 25 years old. So for that, Savita, Dias system, everything was a great inspiration, and even to go through all this in this age, if I was somewhere else, I wouldn't have been
We wouldn't have
exposed to all
thought it was
this.
even possible. So the kind of exposure, and I
Thank
so
you.
when
See,
we-
I want every student of our college to become entrepreneurs. So, because ultimately, we spend quite a lot of time trying to train you all day in and day out. And it would be very, very heartbreaking if you don't pursue dentistry after that. So, this is, and I'm very happy. Like the current trend, the number of students starting up clinics, how prosperous they are with their clinics. Like many of them are making in their double digits of tens of lakhs, and that and all was a rarity. Like once in one alumni used to have. Now every other postgraduate who has finished in the last 2 years is able to do that. Or even if not 10 lakhs, at least 5 lakhs has become reasonably attainable. That alone is very inspiring. And
monthly, guys.
oh yeah. And that is where the value of the program lies, right? See, ultimately your exposure is your inspiration. So the more you get exposed, the more you inspired to be. So one of the reasons we also made the infrastructure so posh. There's no need to, put so much spotlights and stuff like that in the clinic. But the reason we did all that is, we always believe students would want to build their clinic one shade better than their college. So I wanted Savita students' clinics to be one shade better than the rest. So that is why the baseline itself was expected. So if you want to start up clinics, then Prime should be the template. You should want to do better than that. So like that is how the vision was. So it is an inspiration that I can do like this, and then it would reward me. And one thing I'll tell you, dentistry is a career that will reward you. Period. It's like I would not agree to anybody who says anything else. If you know your stuff, you know your skills, you don't need to even be worried. You can charge a premium and you can really live a decent life. Yes. I wouldn't say that of many other professions. Like to make 10 lakhs around a month would minimum be a 20-year journey in most places. Even established cardiologists take long time to reach those milestones. So, but many people don't realize that, and that I'm very proud of, and I want you all to reach those milestones sooner.
Sure, sir.
So, but people have asked, like, my clinic is under construction. So, whatever I planned, whatever I've told people, they're like, why are you spending so much? Why are you spending so much for the clinic? And I've told them that I've studied from the best, from the number one. And I want to provide the number one. It should be the best, not in the India, sir. It should be somewhere like how world standard. So, Savita has given me that motivation and the confidence that spending so much in future, I will not regret it, sir.
Definitely will not regret. And dentistry is one such profession. Like, the ambience of your clinic matters a lot to determine the it is almost overlaps a lot with cosmetology departments. So there is a lot of elective procedures we end up doing. So when people want to choose you and they're not coming in a hurry for the pain, it's not about efficiency and work alone. It's about quality. I'm glad that you are investing well in your clinics, and I would say do not hold back. In fact, I'd say the first 5 years, whatever you run, you keep reinvesting out of passion. Then it'll pay for the rest of your life.
Sir, we know that dentistry is ever evolving. It keeps evolving. Whatever we saw 5 years ago might not be in the trend today. And whatever we see today might not be in the trend tomorrow. So what do you think is one overhyped or underrated trend or, technique or technology right now in dentistry, sir? It might be a no prep veneer, or it might be a immediate loading, or anything apart from clinical thing also?
Which is overhyped, if you.
Overhyped or underhyped, or something which you think more spotlight should be given to?
What many people don't realize where the profession is changing is in the lab side. It is going
100%.
digital at a crazy speed. Like back then, everything was depending on good-handed technicians, but now its automation has reached such a scale. And the second thing is the day or the age where every clinic has a scanner is going to happen very soon. We are also exploring possibilities of having every dental chair with a scanner. So UG level.
So there's a saying that future belongs to super specialists. There's another school of thought that says innovation meets at the intersection of multiple disciplines, and that's where this collaboration brings more patient care. You being someone who's created such an academic ecosystem, you've seen every specialty evolve over so many years, sir. So what do you think the future is, or specialization or multidisciplinary approach towards dentistry, sir? What is your philosophy in this?
That's actually a good question. So you asked me, right, whether you'll be worried about AI.
Yeah.
So the need for super specialists will be replaced by that. You need licensed practitioners to give treatment, but you don't need extremely, like if it's going to be extremely finicky work, robotics can help. So robotics can be handled by the thing. But then again, we have to see how the policies are framed. If they say only a specialist can handle a robot or license to handle a robot, the system changes, but we need to see that. But as far as super specialty, you're speaking dentistry or generally?
Yes, so we're talking about like general practice versus like super specialty.
Super specialty as in, like we have specialty as in prosto endo and all, and
Yeah.
super specialty as in you consider aesthetics as super
Aesthetics,
specialty.
implantology, and
Implantology is broad specialty.
yeah.
There was some talk about introducing super specialty like programs, but I don't think that that's a good idea because one is you're lengthening the duration of the program. In medicine itself, super specialty has not been very successful. Most of the seats, including government college seats, are going vacant. And all over the world, they only have residency programs. You do a specialization and then you can micro specialize based on your passion. And you can develop your skills in that. So creating a program, I don't see much demand for it, one. And even if people are forced to study it also, I am not seeing it as a huge deal breaker because in other professions also, day by day, we are seeing lesser interest for super specialty. Even though in medicine it pays well, not many people are taking it. So I don't think in dentistry it will work.
So, based on your experience and academic insight, what emerging trend or paradigm shift in dentistry do you believe the profession is not paying enough attention to today, despite its potential to change the shape of the future dental practice and education?
I think I covered it to an extent before. On the primary area, which says bring in CAD/CAM scanners into the basic curriculum because outside has become quite prevalent and it is coming in. So that is one area. The second area is empowering a BDS graduate to be able to upskill themselves.
Now everyone knows Savita as the Temple of Dentistry, and
I think we've seen that change over the years. So we've seen the building come to life. We even secretly think that you were behind each of the Ganesha that was designed on the on the temple, sir. But nobody, like anybody who's passing through that road, they just can't miss this. It's a visual treat now, sir. So
and that's getting trend now.
yeah.
One of the reel someone posted, sir, it got 20 million views. And I commented, I'm proud to be from this college. Every day I get a notification say that these many people like. So till now 9,000 people liked my comment.
alone.
So what was the vision behind it, sir? Like when did you think about something like this? What was the idea behind it, sir?
The idea was, as we were growing, we felt that we should symbolize one united message for all dentists. I didn't want people to see as Savita, non-Savita, or York, or like I didn't want that growth of the institution to become a divisive force between the dentist community. So I wanted this place to grow into something beyond a mere institution, to become a place where any dentist, wherever they graduate, they come and they can kind of celebrate or envision or feel proud of being part of a profession. And that was the vision. And practically speaking, when we first started the building, that was only building there, and there was nothing else around. I think your mother would be able to say that better. And now there are lots of buildings around and quite kind of dwarfed. So thing was, we wanted to create an architecture that doesn't need height to show its might, but to show its purpose through this. So we went to that logic. And yes, every the Ganesh I only designed. And,
Me knew it.
I don't think you guys know the full thing, because we even created mantras for each Ganesha.
my God.
We wrote it in each language also.
Yes.
But then again, this is not meant to be purely Hinduistic or non-secular. This thing, we were aware of that. But then again, our vision was, if a Greek philosopher wants to create a religion out of their profession, like this is a profession that gave us everything. So if I want to pay homage or make it a pilgrimage to my profession, they would vision it in their culture. So this is a representation of the South Indian culture. Or the Indian culture, how we see nature as God and our profession as being dignified into a divine discipline. And that was the message we wanted to give. And elephant is the symbol of dentistry in India. So the god of elephants is Lord Ganesha. So and Ganesha is also more of a god. People don't see it as pure, like it's more like Buddha. You can even have ornamental Ganesha work. It doesn't have to strictly follow the religious norms, but can be more of a playful way of showing your reverence towards the profession. So all that culminated. So and then we created Prosto Ganesha, Indo Ganesha, everything, and then he doing various. This idea was there long ago. I don't even remember when. But some time it used to be in the fantasy, but then it just happened.
You had a photo with...
Yeah, I had a photo with the implant Ganesha
When
back
it was
in UG.
being made, sir, so he was like, he said, one day I hope I get into implant. And somehow 2 years later...
Actually, we are still in the process, but I wanted to make a proper ritualistic granite idol also. Such that, students of Prosto go and break a coconut in front of Prosto Ganesha the day before the exam. Or the same, because, or if you want to start a practice in dentistry, you come and just start this thing. It doesn't matter which religion you belong to, but just keep some offerings there, some valapalam or something, and then so you prosper. And ultimately, this place is a positive energy for any dentist to prosper in dentistry. So that is the vision that will continue to be our vision.
Very proud to actually, know the story behind all this. Not many people actually know what it is.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to write, keep 9 statues on the front. We are still having some work, and give the explanation for why we did this. I don't think many of you guys know the front, the Gopura and the front.
Yes,
no?
sir, yes, sir.
And
Each
then
one
there are
has...
9
Yes,
colors.
sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Each HOD went and
Yes,
placed
sir, yes,
their
sir, yes,
instruments
sir,
on it.
Yes.
So the pusharis and all were laughing. What is happening? Okay, that part is just do
Some
it.
cult.
I will see it as a cult.
No, they might
No, they might think something like
No,
that.
they were positive only. They were like, not bad in this. See, if you look at a traditional temple, you can see knife, sword. Because those days that was a profession. So they saw the profession in those temples. Now this is our profession, so this is how we would reflect.
Very thoughtful, sir.
Yes, sir. We also heard from the answer that You are also writing a novel, sir.
now
A fantasy, a
fantasy
fiction,
books.
yeah.
Fiction.
Like you are interested in writing all this in your free time, or so maybe something about your hobbies.
I finished it, but
Sir,
the thing is, the writer's block. The story is fully done. It's 3 volumes. It's a big story.
Sir, how do you find the time for anything, sir?
No, knowing
So
all
I've been
this,
writing for a long time, 10 years plus something.
Oh.
So, but now with so much AI come, I don't even know if it'll be valuable to write. So that's why I was like it's there at the back of my mind. But it's a really nice story.
One more question, sir. What is your typical day in your life, sir? How does that?
a day in the
What
life
do
of
you
Dr.
do,
Deepak
sir?
Nallaswamy.
I don't schedule anything. I just go and we keep walking like an avalanche. And I keep trying to deflect that work as fast as I can. And my primary focus now is establishing systems. So I'm spending a lot of time on that. But otherwise, there's no structure to it. Like some of the perks is that you get to do whatever you want, and at the same time, you can also say if you don't do enough for the day, it can leave you unsatisfied. So that hunger is always there.
We see that hunger even on Sundays. Even today morning, I was in college. I saw you at your office. So how is it working on Sundays? Like,
Actually, Sunday is good because it's nobody will be there to disturb you. So
are you an introvert, sir? But you selective extrovert or introvert? What do
I
you?
don't know. I'm more of an introvert because I spend a lot of time self-analyzing, self-thinking, like this fantasy novel. That kind of work I like to do, and it has always been about internal reflection. Like right from writing this book to making the college one of the best in the world. This is a God-given opportunity for me, and I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. I never felt the world will understand the logic, but then, so I usually keep it to myself. So
I think the students see the fruits.
yeah, that I'm very happy now. Now I'm able to, like, everything I say, people listen to, people trust and believe.
Yes, sir.
But it was not always the case. It takes time. But if you guys feel you are facing similar challenges, just endure it. It happens.
I still remember, sir, when I came to you with the software to show you how it was.
That was your first advice,
Yeah.
sir.
People, because you have had I think you have had this similar
Challenges when
experience
you
and challenges.
Brought up dice, sir.
Yeah.
The only thing that you told us was people won't understand it initially, but when they do, they will. So keep doing what you do, and one day it'll all fall in place.
It's true. Because especially when you take a challenging profession or a new entrepreneurship venture, it requires a lot of the perseverance. You'll need to go and knock doors and this thing. So it
That initially started with Dantara. Now the second thing is also out. Dental events.
It's an online directory, sir. So basically, all courses, workshops, expos, whatever it is, it'll come up on that. So
you can tell all the students to
nationally,
subscribe.
internationally, yes, sir.
You're doing that as from.
Because many times we want to know where
Yes,
it is
sir.
happening. Because okay, when we understand the curriculum, we are supposed to have so many workshops.
Yes, sir.
Sir, it'll even it'll filter out based on whatever you need. And
See, actually, there are. I tried a few apps like that, like in the sense conference.com, but they start putting in a lot of junk.
junk.
So
advertise.
be very careful to filter that
Yeah,
out
yes,
because
sir.
it just fills with bots like
Yeah.
anything, like so many bot conferences.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I really actually that app will be very useful for me because for us to make a decision right next year, if we are not having the budget for ADR, where else to go?
Yeah.
Then we might come to you only, sir.
Definitely, we'll ask the students to use.
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now we'll go with the rapid fire. So, sir, we'll ask you a question. So you just need to answer as quick as you can. It can be as short and as quick as you can.
We'll try.
You do get a hamper for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Arun will do the first 5, sir.
So one word your students would use to describe you.
I hope it's kind, but I assume it is strict.
A habit you wish every dentist would have.
Passion.
What's your go-to comfort food?
Manchurian.
One technology that will completely change dentistry.
Intraoral scanners.
End of this tutorial. One thing people assume about you that is completely wrong.
I don't know what they assume about me, but can you tell the assumption?
We don't know, sir.
What's
So some
completely
people
wrong
think,
and the thing?
Some people think you are unapproachable, sir, which is completely wrong. So I think you would go.
I'm seen as unapproachable. Huh?
Sir, people are scared to talk to you, sir.
People do think maybe
See, one of the reasons I feel that happened was like I do a lot of work, right? So
Yeah.
people think my expectation ought to be high, so
Yeah.
they feel that they need to
Yeah.
be perfect. So
Yeah.
maybe that creates some fear, but
Yes, sir.
otherwise,
No, just like that only,
one
sir.
assumption about me, yeah, you can say that maybe people may feel that I will not listen to this thing, but for me it is more about the purpose and the cause. So
what's the last thing you searched on Google, sir?
your podcast.
Honored, sir. Thank you.
Feeling privileged.
A city you can visit again and again.
Lucerne, Switzerland.
Switzerland.
And
Lucerne, sir?
Ubud, Bali.
Yeah.
One thing you still want to learn.
Sorry.
Apart from dentistry, also, sir. Anything,
Yeah.
any hobbies
Maybe
or
like painting, swimming,
Any kind of skills.
any skills. Any hobby you want
You're a
to.
good chef, sir.
You cook a lot. I mean,
Been quite some time since I cooked. Man,
Shooting?
my life.
rain shooting. In US, you used to do. We did some research before.
What would I want to learn?
something new, sir. Something.
A new skill.
Yeah, that you've
Oh,
always wanted to.
Maybe I would love to learn coding, but I don't think I have the age to do it.
Now AI itself is doing in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but then again, knowing what it does and having a knowledge about
Yeah.
it is imperative,
Yeah.
right? So
One app you use the most.
I think I use WhatsApp a lot.
Other than WhatsApp, sir, Instagram or YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Sir, define success in one sentence.
Success is feeling that happiness after enjoying the fruits of the hard work you put.
But 20 years from now, what will be your vision? So when someone asks you like 20 years from now, what
For
will be
Savita,
for Savita or Deepak Nallaswamy?
Oh, that has always been my vision. Like people used to laugh long ago. I made the statement before also, and somebody made a comment also, like in your dreams. That is that if a student gets 2 offers, one is to join Harvard or to get Savita, they choose Savita, not because it's cheaper, but because it's better.
Sir, actually, I have.
But I think today we have reached that point
Yes,
where
sir.
it's not that far off. Back then it was like a wild dream. It was like,
No, sir, I actually had this happen to me. So, after UG, I visited this educational fair, and there were many universities. They had no idea where I came from. And talking about where to go study. And one college came up. It was a very, very reputed college from UK, sir. And their only claim to anybody who came there was, have you heard of Savita Rental College? Our education is as good as them in every standard, in research. And this I had heard, and I just said, I'm from Savita, and that was the proudest moment of my life, I think. And they said, please go back there, do not come here.
seriously.
Seriously, sir. In a fair, sir. I think it was IDP fair, sir. I went with my mom, and my mom said she was also from Savita. And that was very...
That's the thing, we never get to hear these things.
Yeah.
But very, very glad to hear.
Yes, sir.
So, sir, at the end of the podcast, like, if there is one take-home message that you want to give to our viewers who are dentists and
Maybe
they're not
to the
dentists.
students
Yeah,
that
students.
Doesn't matter where you study. If you really want to thrive in dentistry, put your full heart and soul into it. It will not give up. It is not a profession that gives up. There are so many professions where people with far less skill and far less precision are easily able to thrive wonderfully. So this is a very, very specialized, very, very controlled skill based outcome. So there is a market. You don't need to work as a server for 3 months to start a restaurant. So same logic applies here. You are passionate, you start your own practice. That is the fastest and the best way to prosperity in dentistry.
So thank you for always inspiring us and pushing us to do better and better. And thank you for every single thought out idea of yours that has impacted each one of us so much without even knowing that it was going to help us in ways that we couldn't imagine, sir. Thank you for providing us with the exposure and to even be able to dream to do so much, sir. We all know that you go above and beyond to do something for your students, sir. And one example of that is you being here today, spending your time and taking out the effort to come here, sir. So thank you for everything, sir.
Yeah, so nothing would make me more happy than to see my students succeed, because that is the ultimate testament a teacher gets, that whatever effort you put in has translated to benefiting some, like the outcome is actually happening. So that way, I'm very, very glad to see your podcast. And I wish you all the best.
Thank
It
you,
is
sir.
very
Yes,
promising,
sir.
the direction you guys are going. You're spending your time, hard work, energy, and money into investing into such adventurous programs with a lot of faith and a lot of hope in dentistry. And as a person who is passionate about the profession and passionate about the dental education as such, I really wish you all the best. And I'm
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's our episode 5, guys, and thank you for watching. Until next time, it's Scrubbing Out.